One of the data. You are live.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll call this meeting to order, the Communities in Bloom Environmental Committee. And Becky's got everybody's attendance recorded.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a disclosure of pecuniary interest for this meeting? Don't see any hands up. Okay. Could I have approval of the agenda as presented? Or if there's any additions? Anwar? Moves? Could I have a seconder? See any hands up there?
Sophie and Pam, just a reminder, you're on.
There's Sophie's hands. Second. All in favor? Carried. Adoption of the minutes from the meeting on the 12th of December. Did I have a mover for that? Anwar? Pam? Thank you. Any discussion from those minutes? Don't see any. All in favor? Thank you. Delegations, Green Legacy Tree Program. Alex.
Yeah, so I just wanted to speak to that quickly. So the committee had previously passed a motion on this. We just reviewed it before bringing it to council. There was a previous motion in there, or part of the motion that included the vibrancy funding, that the council considered vibrancy funding. It's part of that. We do have an established policy that does already have the criteria of how council can consider that as part of budget. So it's a little, we just felt it didn't need to be within the motion. So we just wanted to refine that a bit before we brought it to the council. We did check with our treasurer that would align, like that type of program. If we was to forward and want vibrancy funding, it would align with the vibrancy program. But it's just that we just want to make sure we're just not double dipping kind of in the way the motion's written. So we just changed the motion slightly here just to take that out. Everything else is the same within that. Just leave that open to the committee for their consideration.
Any questions on Alex's report here? Not seeing any.
So I just asked the committee, we just have someone to do that motion.
Yeah. Could we have a mover for the motion? Alex, report, please. Sophie? And Edward? No, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Thanks. Thanks, Alex. And new business. Please.
Alex is going to give an update for the environmental strategy.
Sure. So just this document here, we had asked the group there just to give us a list of just items that they're currently working on. So this was about as of maybe the previous meeting date they were originally going to have. So it's a week behind what the actual update is. I'm not going to go through and read this verbatim. Just take a look at it. If you have any questions, let us know and we can pass that on to the group. The only addition to that is they have posted, I think Becky set this out for communication as well. They have posted the survey now. It's been posted. It's going to be out for about 2 weeks just to work with their timeline. We put some notices up in a lot of public places. We put it up on our website, social media, the arenas. I think we brought some to the library. We haven't put up in some of the post offices. So we're doing the best to try to get as much out as we can. They're administering the surveys. I don't know exactly how it's looking right now in terms of usership, but just if you can pass that along to on your end, just for the committee members, we just try to get as much outreach as we can. And once they get that results back, they'll start building that kind of updating the draft of the plan, and then they'll get another update coming up from there.
Any comments from the committee on this? Anwar?
Just for Alex.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when are we meeting with them again, right?
We haven't really picked anything specific. I think it'll be good once they have a rough draft plan complete. We can meet with them at that point. Basically they'll have the survey results, and then from that point they're going to start building the plan. So they're on a pretty tight timeline. They have to get done essentially by the end of the school year. So by about April or so.
Okay.
So we will probably talk to the chair about a special meeting to meet with them one more time just before that.
Any other questions? Sophie or Pam? No? Okay. And have a motion to receive this for information at this time. Pam and Sophie, thank you. All in favor? Carry. Ontario Tree Resource Materials.
So submitted by Pam.
Pam, you have this information?
Yes, I put together just a one pager after talking with Becky.
Yeah.
And Anwar had asked some questions about,
Sorry, Pam, do you want to just start again? We were having an issue with some audio there. I apologize.
okay. Pager after talking with Becky. And Anwar had asked some questions about.
Sorry, Pam, do you want to just start again? We were having an issue with some audio there. I apologize.
Let's go on.
I was gonna say we're having a looping issue.
With Becky. And Anwar had asked some questions about.
Oh, the YouTube video, you get the YouTube audio, the YouTube video.
So you have to turn the,
Profile.
you could just turn the sound off a bit, but yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry, Pam, we apologize for that. There's just a bit of an audio issue. I think we've got it resolved. You can go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure can.
Okay, at our last meeting, Anwar had asked some questions about what were the best trees to plant in different locations and what were invasive species and so on. And they're all answered very well and very concisely in that Ontario Tree Atlas. So I've included the link to the Tree Atlas. I've also included the links to the Maple Leafs Forever program, which is a grant program for municipalities and landowners. And I also included a link to the Trees Canada, which also has grants for municipalities and community groups to plant trees. I included some links to new threats to Ontario trees that have been recognized recently. One is the spotted lanternfly pest alert, which is significant because it affects not just trees, but also crops. And it's been spotted in Ontario provincial parks. And it attacks large varieties of our forest trees. I've also included some information on the black walnut disease, which targets black walnuts. And they seem to be one that a lot of people complain about, but they kind of are essential to our ecosystem. So I thought people would benefit from that. And I'm afraid with the spotted lanternfly, it could turn into something like the emerald ash borer. And just watching people this past weekend cutting down ash trees, like dead ash trees. I mean, it lets you know how serious some of these things can be. And so I just wanted to put that information out there just as information. Thank you.
Thanks, Pam, for all that information. Any questions to Pam? Anwar, go ahead.
Thanks very much, Pam. I apologize, I haven't had a chance to go through this in detail, but maybe by next meeting I'll have gone through, and I appreciate the information. Looks good from what I see.
You're very welcome.
Any questions, Sophie? None? Okay, thank you. We just received that, a motion to receive that. Pam, you'll move that for information?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to accept that material as information.
Okay, thank you. Anwar will second it. All in favor? Thank you. Any other information for today's meeting? As short as it? No, it's good.
no, nothing more, I think, for today's meeting, no.
No, Sophie and Pam, stay in where it's warm and dry.
Yes,
Anwar and I gotta drive home in the snow.
you were smart.
Well,
How's the road to Zurich
Sure.
today?
pardon me?
Are the roads to Zurich bad today?
Yes. And getting worse.
So maybe I should change our vet appointment till next week.
Yeah. Okay, do we need a mover for adjournment?
Yeah, we'll take one, yep.
Anwar? All in favor? Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you to the staff here.